A mass coral bleaching event threatening Tobago's coral reefs is being monitored by the Institute of Marine Affairs. In this week's Keeping It Green, Marine Park Manager in the Tobago House of Assembly's Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries, Barry Lovelace, sheds light on the phenomenon affecting the island's coral reefs.
Rediscover Flow at discoverflow.co. Flow, inspired by you.
According to the Institute of Marine Affairs, there have been observations of coral bleaching at Mount Irving, Annisvale and Charlottesville here in Tobago. This, they say, indicates the severity of the situation. However, Marine Park Manager Barry Lovelace says there is hope.
The National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration Coral Reef Watch has placed Trinidad and Tobago on bleaching alert level 2. Mr. Lovelace noted while we are experiencing extreme heat, the corals are also being affected.
What that means is that our water temperatures are elevated to 29 degrees Celsius, thereabout or over, right? And therefore we are at high risk for coral bleaching. Now they estimate that the alert should end by the end of this month. Well, we are hoping that to be so, right? If so, well, we can probably breathe a little lighter.
What is coral bleaching?
The algae in the skin is what gives them their color, by the way. You know, whether it's green or yellow, and so the pigment in the algae is what gives the coral, confers the color to the coral. So they get stressed, they expel the algae, and then now they appear white because the skin is now transparent. So all you're seeing is the calcium carbonate rock or deposits that are below. And that's what we term as coral bleaching.
Mr. Lovelace said based on reports from marine operators and experts, Tobago's corals are resilient.
The corals themselves are building resilience over the years to coral bleaching. But as I said, all is not lost. We also have the impact of the Orinoco, right? Every year we have the Orinoco influx, and that also may contribute to the resilience of our corals in Tobago, as opposed to further up the Caribbean.
While coral bleaching is posing a challenge, a disease affecting corals is also being monitored.
It's called the stony coral tissue loss disease. It started in, Florida thereabout, and it has worked its way down the Caribbean. It's in most countries there now. We have not seen it here yet, but it's a very, it's concerning, right? Because it's a very potent disease, right? And the corals die in quick time.
Notwithstanding their resilience, protecting corals is important.
Many of our citizens, their livelihood is in fishing, right? We have many, in terms of water sports and recreation or reef tour operations, dive tours and so on. Our economy is built, and then that's the baseline for tourism. Corals protect our coastline, because when you have those waves, high turbulent times, if it were not for those corals, we couldn't have all this infrastructure on the coast because it will be eroded. So it protects us in that way. It provides sand for, especially our nice, we are here at Pigeon Point, or nice white sandy beaches. A large percentage of the material that composes the sand is from corals.
The Department of Marine Resources and Fisheries is doing their part through collaborations with government and non-governmental organizations.
We have been working with the Institute of Marine Affairs. Recently as well, we've also partnered with the Book Reef Trust, who had a partnership with the company Boscalis, right? And we are looking at, experimenting with the whole idea of coral restoration, right? Now, what that is, if we are having places where corals are stressed and are being depleted, right, our response could be to help restore these corals by putting in artificial structures and helping the corals to revive.
Stakeholders are also being engaged in the department's discussions. They say all hands are needed on deck.
Things that will impoverish the water quality when we allow runoff to go into the marine environment with nutrients or pollutants or sediments that smother the corals or stress them out and so on. Those are things that we can manage from on land, and that is what we encourage, right? So what the department is focused on doing is bringing that awareness.
The IMA's Marine Tobago team conducted a coral seeding process in July and August, which will be monitored on a yearly basis. I am Carissa Douglas, keeping it green for TTT News.
At Flow, we're inspired by all the things that go on in your home, like the efforts you make to keep your connections healthy. Ooh, I love this part. And by your need for a release of endorphins that keeps you young and energetic. And by the couch potato in your home, who hates to move more than an inch. So we gave you a remote that you can speak to.
House of the Dragon.
We were even inspired by this.
Mom, the Wi-Fi's down! Never mind!
We're also inspired by the young, enthusiastic athlete who understands how technology can improve their game. So, when you sign up at Flow to our fiber-powered network that now comes with gig speeds, you sign up for a network that's inspired by you. No wonder it fits your home so well.